How did trade spread disease? This is my second research presentation by me, Jordan Barden. Diseases spread. Black Death. How did the Black Death travel, and how long did it last? How many did it kill? The Black Death traveled from an animal to fleas to black rats to humans. Alright, so the animal that it traveled from was a taraban, and what that is it's kind of in the family of a squirrel and a groundhog, kind of like those, but it went from those. They don't really interact with humans that much, but the fleas got the disease from them, and then the fleas got onto a boat and infected black rats, and the black rats who live with the humans and interact with the humans gave the disease to the humans. This lasted from 1346 to 1353, so roughly 7 years. This was in the 14th century, and it also killed probably about 50 million people, actually 60% of Europe's entire population. Treatments that they tried, now these seem a little crazy, a little out there, but they tried treating the bubonic plague, so the Black Death, with herbs or chopped up snake if that was available, because they didn't just always have snakes. They tried rubbing onions, herbs, and the chopped up snake on the boils, or even cutting up a pigeon and rubbing it all over the body of the infected. Yeah, it sounds a little weird to me too. They tried eating mercury, they tried drinking vinegar, eating crushed minerals and arsenic. They tried everything, but they could not find a cure for it. They did not know what to do. But the most known theory of how the bubonic plague or the Black Death ended was because of quarantines and because people stayed in their homes. Over here you can see that this is going to be the taraban that I was talking about. You can see it kind of relates to a groundhog, a little bit of a squirrel in there, but not really. This is going to be the Black Death. This just shows that it was crazy. There's so many deaths in here, so many deceased, fires going everywhere to show the chaos in it, all around awful. Diseases spread continued. Because of quarantine, most stayed indoors, leaving all work abandoned, leaving craftsmanship and any work done by hand and outdoors just stopped because they were too afraid of catching the Black Death, either that or they were mourning or burying somebody who had already died from it. Now this is just something a little interesting. COVID-19 compared to the Black Death, coronavirus started on December 31st, 2019, so roughly 6 months ago. There are currently 126,644 deaths in the United States and 495,336 deaths worldwide. So if the coronavirus continued like the Black Death, we couldn't find a cure or a vaccine. We had nothing that could treat it. If it went on for 7 years, like the Black Death, there would be roughly about 7 million deaths worldwide and 135 million cases would have occurred. So that amount of deaths, and so it's not as big as the Black Death, obviously, 50 million deaths compared to 7 million deaths, but this is just going based off of now. It would likely get worse as time went on. Other diseases spread commonly through trade. Could be smallpox, measles, the MERS, MERS, HIV, AIDS, SARS, yellow fever, influenza, any type of influenza really. Most of these diseases did originate in wild animals, but were spread from person to person throughout trade and travel throughout thousands of years. Thousands of diseases have actually been spread by trade. They can be on some of the goods that were being traded, on the livestock. The livestock could be infected, or insects like mosquitoes. That's how malaria and the yellow fever occur. Anything could really cause it. Trade person to person. Diseases again. When diseases entered a population that was not used to being exposed to an infectious disease, these are called like virgin populations, and the disease spread like wildfire. Everybody almost caught it, that no one knew what to do. It was awful. The Silk Road, in this image over here, you can see this is the Silk Road. It also helped spreading many diseases such as the Black Plague, or Black Death, bubonic plague, anthrax, and leprosy. The blue in it is just the waterways, and the red is the land routes. It doesn't show you what actual diseases went where, but if you can look, if they spread from Java to China, then from China to India, it would have gone everywhere. This is just another graph. It's showing the different types of diseases and where they were, the E. coli, the Lassa fever, the plague, much like drug-resistant tuberculosis, malaria, human monkeypox. It's everywhere. This is going to be an image of the yellow fever, actually. The yellow fever, the symptoms, you'd have like yellow eyes, really awful stomach aches and headaches, obviously a fever. It was awful. These did spread by mosquitoes. The epidemic was in 1793, and about 300,000 deaths each year. And believe it or not, it is still active. Yellow fever still goes. People still get it to this day. This just shows that it came from Africa, traveled to Brazil, the Dutch Caribbean, French Caribbean, British Caribbean, Spanish America, British North America, all over the place, actually. These are just going to be my citations, and thank y'all for watching. If you have any questions, just comment and let me know. Thank you.